Hey everyone! So in this how-to video, we are going to be fixing this plush giraffe. She has a seam that has come undone on her chest, and we're going to be fixing it in the same way that it was constructed, with a ladder stitch, which is a special kind of stitch that when you pull on the end, it cinches up and actually hides itself. This is how a ladder stitch works. You go under, you come out, you switch to the other side, go under, come back out, switch to the other side, and so on. So when you're done, your two pieces of fabric are connected by these straight across sections, and from the outside, they look like the rungs of a ladder. You don't need anything fancy to do this kind of small repair. You just need like a cheap little sewing kit like this, which you can get for like $1. So the needles come in this little protective case, and all of the thread comes in here. This one comes with a lot of different colors, and then 3 larger ones of more common colors. So for this I'm going to use black because it is the most visible against this red, because if I used the red thread, it'd be really hard to see. And because the ladder stitch disappears as you pull on either end of it, it doesn't matter what color you use because it's going to hide itself. We've got our thread here. Take out one of our needles, and now we are going to thread our needle. So you can just do this manually, just by eye, but I like to use one of these little threading devices, which come with a lot of sewing kits. It's just a little piece of wire that you insert through the eye of the needle. Just stick the thread through that part, which is a lot bigger of a target, a lot easier. Now we're gonna make sure that there's a good amount of thread overlap. So I'm taking like 6-7 inches or so of thread where there are these 2 threads running side by side, and then the end is there. Set that there. And since we already have this thread right here and this ladder stitch started, we are going to tie these together. A trick that I've found useful for tying things together in kind of cramped spaces like this where you don't have a lot of thread is to use your threading tool and very carefully wrap the thread around the threading tool like that. You make sure to have it spiraling in the opposite direction to the way that the kind of point of the threading tool is pointing. Insert the thread through the threading tool. Go ahead and cut off the excess thread. We are starting where that left off, the same as we have in our little chart there. I'm going to go under, and then over, and under, over, swapping sides. We've already gone under on this side, so we're going to go over, under on that side, pull it through, pull that knot through that we tied earlier. So now we're on the other side. Keep going that pattern. So we're going to bring it back to the other side, the side we started on. Go ahead, move forward a few millimeters, come back out, pull your thread through, get it untangled from your giraffe ears, pull the knot through, and continue that process. And I will come back to you once I've finished more of the ladder stitch to show you what it looks like when you've gone further. So now I have almost finished with the repair with the seam. As you can see those characteristic ladder rungs going all the way up the portion that was torn. So the good thing about using that red, about attaching to the thread that was already there, was that it blended nice and well into this kind of more torn out area. Oh well, Emily, you said that the ladder stitch just disappears. I can totally see that. It looks like Frankenstein's monster. So now here comes the really satisfying part. You grab the thread and you pull, 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 pull. Really hard, but not so hard that you break it. Just the perfect amount. So that all of the work you've done, all of the uneven stitches, everything, all just disappears. And then I've gone ahead and finished that seam by coming out of this area on the neck where there's darker color, so I can take my needle, run it through a couple times. I just wanted to show y'all how I finish off my stitches. I go ahead and run the sewing needle through the kind of end section of the project, and then you take this part that has just come out of the fabric, wrap it around the tip of the sewing needle 1, 2, 3 times. It's called a French knot in embroidery. Pull everything through, and that will make a nice sturdy knot. And you can cut that nice and close, and it won't have any thread hanging off. It'll be a nice firm knot so that it won't come undone and unravel. Take our scissors, cut off the end nice and close, and there we go. Thank you all so much for your time. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Hope you'll be able to fix a plush that has a seam torn, or fix some clothes that you've ripped a hole in or something. And I hope you all have great winter breaks. I will see y'all around. Be safe, y'all.